But okay, yeah, we live. Thank you all for attending. This is what I'm trying to create, you guys. I'm the host, and y'all know I be putting in a lot of work, and I'm so grateful that I can at any time, any day. I try not to, message y'all too late because I know some of y'all are married and things like that, got men. But if you don't, I just try to be I just try to be respectable. I try to be respectable, any way that I can. But I noticed that on YouTube, you guys, it's a lot of sectors. People call them sectors. And if you ain't fond of YouTube, they call them sectors where they have the entertainment side, where they gossip and they talk about people and all that type of stuff. But I noticed that it's not one about addiction. It's not a sector. So what I would love to do, we can start doing this every Tuesday around about this time. I want to try to have it a set time where you guys can know, like, if you can attend, if you can't. But I would love to do it like every Tuesday, so people that do not know about it or just will start attending can start attending. So that's what I would love to do. And they, one thing that they do, if you get on your phone right now and you look it up since we live, you can see that people can super chat. That's what they do with their host. So if you love to support your host, y'all know I be trying to do my best. I'm your best. So I will appreciate that as well. But really, I just want to get a lot of dialogue and a lot of back and forth. And so we can have a community where we can just do this, just have a free range of talk. Just have a free range of talk. So what y'all doing today? What's going on? Let's talk.
Well, I'm at work.
You at work? You got your own. I'm gonna start it off like this. Okay. What is y'all best? Let me see. Coping mechanisms that you have found out in your recent addiction or your recovery process or your stage that you found that works for you. What do y'all do best when y'all feel your coping mechanism? Let me play a little music in the background, y'all. See how this goes.
All right, well, I'll start that off. Her name's Jessica. I'm an alcoholic. And I think for me, faith has always been a big thing. And so I really turn and I cling to my faith when I'm feeling like I need to take a drink or I need to do something to relax or whatever. I have 4 daughters, so I really intentionally focus on them in those moments. And my husband's super supportive, so I can be honest with him and say, hey, I'm having a hard time, and we'll make sure to either do some other activity or he'll take my mind off it, or remind me why I'm sober, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I think just keeping busy and remembering the why is most important for me.
That's awesome. Jennifer, would you have anything to say on that? What's your best coping mechanism that you use to keep you busy and keep you focused?
My best coping mechanism is that
your microphone, Jennifer.
Huh?
I can't hear you. Your microphone going in and out. Your microphone. Can you hear me?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it was going in and out. I couldn't hear you.
Okay. My best coping mechanism is that I have a counselor.
Can you get closer or
my coping mechanism is I have a counselor that I talk to. And I just talk to my sister or my counselor, and majority of the time I get in my word, but most of the time I got people that I talk to too, that talks me down and that helps me with my coping mechanism. So.
Okay, that's awesome. Jennifer, you got anything to say? You quiet today. Hey, y'all, we finna unwind. And if y'all got any questions, this is what I want us to do. I mean, you guys can talk to each other, not just me. But that's why I want to do a panel. That's what this panel is about. So if y'all have anything to say to each other, I'm open. Let's go right at it. So that's what I want to do. What's your best? Yeah, go ahead.
So my coping mechanisms are I do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding all the time. I write it down. I teach other people. It is super helpful for me. And I talk to my therapist and my sponsor and just all my people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What scares you guys? You know, trying to stay sober is very difficult. You know, I had a young lady who I recently did an interview with. I did the live. I uploaded her interview yesterday, but Rihanna Levy. I'm probably sure that y'all probably sent y'all the interview, the first interview. You know, she was locked up for a while and did 3 years in solitary confinement. She had escaped prison. So she spent a lot of time behind bars, you guys. And she had texted me one day. You know, I try to keep in contact with you guys either on Messenger or some of y'all have my phone number or whatnot or my business number. But she had texted me about 3 weeks ago and she said, man, she was like, Boosie, I relapsed. And I didn't get mad at all or anything like that. So one thing I do know about this addiction shit, man, it's hard. It's on a day-to-day basis, this shit is hard.
Yes.
We have a lot of temptations around every corner. I'm talking about, y'all, it can be friends, family members, triggers, anything, especially I was doing some reading, you guys, and I read that most people relapse. The highest rate is impersonal things. Basically, they saying like in the family arguments, you might have an argument with your spouse or your girlfriend or your sister or your brother, and those emotions will go everywhere. And the first thing you would love to do, you know, you probably try to escape from those emotions is to use. In her case, she said that she was over a friend's house and her friend told her not to go in the cupboard. And she said, what I do anyways, I went in the cupboard. And she said when she opened the door, she seen the drugs. And she said, and I asked her, I said, what thought came to your head when you opened that cupboard and you saw the drugs? She said, my first reaction was to use. See, that's how easy it is. You know what I mean, y'all? It's real easy to slide right back into it because we can talk this stuff all day long. But when it comes down to it, what are we going to do? You know, it's easily said than done. It's the old saying I always say. And so I talked to her yesterday, and she's doing good today. She wanted to make the show. Actually, while we doing this live, I'm gonna still send her the link and see if she can jump in. But she's doing some more meetings today. So addiction in America, you guys. As today, you know, millions of people suffer from this addiction, and it causes a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
And I know I have talked to you guys, and y'all know my story as well. And it's a journey we are on that I don't think that journey will ever just end. You know what I mean? So, what do you guys think that for the younger people, with social media being the influence in their life? I know it. My daughter is finna be 16. And I am struggling. You know, I got one girl, that's my only daughter. And I got 3 boys. But my daughter is, woo, Lord, y'all. And I know, Jessica, you can vouch because you got them girls.
I have 4 girls, yeah.
Yeah, this social media, I'm having to take phones from her. Because I know she at the age where she won't talk to boys, and you know, she's in the 9th grade, and she's very smart. I'm talking about they moved her upper grade.
Wow.
I mean, but this Instagram, I can walk in the room and catch her jumping off the phone with these boys, talking all kind of stuff. And then one text that I read, it just broke my heart. I punished my daughter. Right? But it hurt me so bad when I done it, y'all. I got to work and I had to ask my wife at the time. I'm like, did I do too much? Because it hurt me. I'm like, that's my own. I was on daddy defense mode. You know, I was on that. I know how these boys is, baby. They only want one thing from you. You know, I was on that daddy defense mode. But I just noticed that every time we try to get her away from the Instagram, she find a way to get right back to it. Um, what has social media done to the culture? I mean, what y'all thoughts about that? Everything.
Well, Boosie, everything's a choice. Everything is a choice.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. I'm 51 years old. I'll be 52 my birthday. And I met my fiance on Facebook. I most certainly did. And things was going great. And then I realized I had to remove myself from this man after being with him for 5 years. I started beginning to be afraid for my soul. I started beginning to be afraid for myself. So I had to remove myself. It was a choice for me to remove myself from him at this time because things wasn't going well. But still I chose to hold on to him. So I had to make up a choice to let this man go. It's either my soul, my recovery, or this man. 5 years now. So I had to choose my recovery, my soul, and let him go and help him get into a rehab. And it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. But I done it. Because at the end of the day, if we don't care for our recovery, no one else will. So everything we do is a choice. I have a 24-year-old son. He smokes marijuana. I don't judge him. I don't talk against him. I just pray for him. And I just ask the Lord, hey, God, you got my son. It all starts with me on the way how I do things. So I had to remove myself from the situation. So I either had a choice to stay in this position with this man, or I either had a choice to remove myself.
Right.
So when they get up a certain age, Boost, they have a choice. They know right from wrong, know right from wrong. So it's a choice, And I had, like I said, I had to remove myself, and I had to help this man get into rehab. And so we would be apart for a year. I can't see him, and this year is going to determine everything. But I had to worry about me. So I had to remove him from the situation. And then I had to stay up in my house for 7 days to get myself back right. And no phones, no nothing. Just shut my door and focus on me, focus on Jennifer. And that's exactly what
where you at right now, I can hear you the best. So wherever you're standing right now, I can hear you. Because your audio is going up and down, but right there, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a few little things I would like to ask the ladies today. Do you ever compare yourself to others? And why do you think this is harmful? Do y'all ever compare yourself to other people?
No.
No.
No, I worked really hard in my recovery the last 3.5 years, just connecting with myself and not focusing on what other people think, say, do, because it always messes me up every time.
You know what?
I wish I had that that strength, because I compare myself to other people all the time, and it's hard, especially as a mother. I'm a teacher, so I'm always comparing myself. Am I doing the best job for those kids too? But as a wife, as a daughter, but I think that I'm in a season right now where I'm being taught this strategy, and that's none of my business. And that's what I'm holding on to when someone's really laying into us, or we're going through something, or they're talking about us, or they're doing something that I wish we could do, or whatever. So I really focus on what is my business, well, my family, my recovery, my husband. And I just try to stay in that lane, let everyone else do their thing. It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. And one thing before I even got, go ahead, Jennifer. You can go ahead.
I compare myself to people. And like teacher said, it'll mess you up. So I had to learn. Being clean for almost 20 years, Boosie. 51 years old. Yeah, I have compared myself to people. Okay, God, I'm doing what you call me to do. I help people every day. Okay, they got this and I don't. I'm sure they're not. So God told me one day, just be you. I'll take care of you. So I have learned to just be me. I ain't gonna say it comes and goes. I have to talk myself down because being lonely, I have to talk myself down. Put it that way.
Yeah.
hmm
I hear what you said, Jennifer, about being lonely. And my mom's, well, she's an alcoholic as well. She lives about 3,000 miles away from us, and she doesn't have her grandkids. She doesn't have me. She has my dad, but she's lonely, and that really attacks hard. And if you don't do something to be proactive about that, that can definitely affect your sobriety, and it has for her, unfortunately. But she was sober, 14 years at one point, relapsed, and now, she's still drinking. But it'll be her time eventually. I'm confident in that. But for now, I have to stay sober and have that be an influence on her, and hope that works. But
I would love to. I got a couple of people in the building. I see them watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the Sober Gang Experience podcast, and this is the open panel discussion. So make sure you like it for the YouTube algorithm. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, this is the channel where we are dedicated exclusively to helping those in addiction and to helping them get on their feet as well. I am your host, Mr. Showout TV. So I would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Ladies, I got a little drop I got from Family Guy that I would love for y'all to watch. Tell me, do this little scene relate to any of y'all?
Damn it, there's gotta be one more pill in here somewhere. Maybe there's one that got stuck in a drawer or something.
do any of, because I know I remember that. No, it wasn't a pill I was looking for. Let's watch it again. Let me see.
Damn it, there's gotta be one more pill in here somewhere. Maybe there's one that got stuck in a drawer or something.
oh yeah.
I was
Go ahead.
carpet surfer.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was oh my gosh, I dropped a piece on the floor. Trying to find it, and I would do that. So, and the stupid thing is I never let myself run out of dope, hardly ever. But if the bag got down to a certain amount, I would flip out.
Yeah.
I would just freak out, like, oh my gosh, I'm almost out, and I'd be on the floor just. In my treatments that I've been to, I'm very open in how I acted when I was high. And a lot of the times I tell the story that I was the girl outside at night vacuuming her yard. You heard me right.
Wow.
I would vacuum because I didn't want to be watched. So, of course, it's not weird at night to strap a big light to your vacuum cleaner and vacuum your yard.
Right.
But people need to hear that happens because...
Yeah, it does.
Maybe there's somebody that is doing that and is like, oh, well, I can't say anything because I'm the only person that vacuums my yard. No, you're not.
No. I think also the Wine Mom Club, right? For me, that's the big thing is the culture right now is, oh, you're a mom, you need a glass of wine to unwind. And I kind of got suckered into that, I just started... Okay, I'll have a glass of wine, turned into a bottle, turned into, I don't even remember. But that clip is funny because in my sobriety, I would find bottles, shooters in my car. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I would drive. And this is it. You're a different person, right? We don't vacuum our yards at night sober, So it's a different person. And we're okay. We can put that person away. We can put her to sleep because that's not who we are anymore.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I remember it was times where, when you going on that late run to the store and you're trying to go get the last little bit, I used to scrape, tear the couches up upside down to try to find loose ends just to go do that. or you might wake up from a drunk or a hangover slumber and just remember, did I have 2 Xanaxes? And you tear the house down trying to find them 2 Xanaxes.
And you done took them hours ago.
Yeah, and you done already took them. You know, so I just wanted to play that drop. We got one in the building. They say righteous. What's they say? Monkeys typed in. They say they tapped in. Thank you for tapping in today. We will try to do this every Tuesday, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel if you're new to our channel. So this is what we're doing. We're having an open panel discussion about addiction. I just knew that y'all would love that drop. I'll see after the broadcast if they gave me a copyright claim, but I only use 5 seconds. I only use 5 seconds of it, so I should be okay. I'm getting used to this YouTube stuff pretty well. I got another one that I picked up too, y'all.
What are your policies towards treatment of addiction?
So, what are y'all policies? Okay, now I ain't gonna even go through that. I'm gonna go through that. When your first spouse, your boyfriend, figured out that, were y'all hiding it from y'all, significant other at first, or did y'all significant other know?
Oh, I hate
What?
it.
Did your person that you was with, boyfriend, did they know what you was doing at first, or were you hiding it from them?
Yeah, my baby daddy knew. Every time he would find my pills, he would flush them down the toilet, and I go right back to the doctor and tell him what happened, and he'll give me another script. They used to just write them out back then in my days, But he didn't like what I was doing, but at that time, I really didn't care what nobody thought. I didn't care. But no, he didn't like it at all.
Yeah, I definitely hid drinking from my husband, but I don't. He's not a dumb man. He knew that I was. He could tell when I had been, and I would catch myself making the day around when I could drink without, being in front of him, or if I would drink in front of him, I would. I don't know. Sometimes I wouldn't care, and sometimes I would be more cautious. It just depended on the day, really. But I think for him, it was more of he supported me, and he knew that that wasn't who I am, and that I would eventually find out and change it for myself, because you can't change anyone. You have to change yourself, right? So I think he just supported me enough to keep me safe so I wouldn't hurt myself, thank God. And but then on the times when he needed to let me know how I was acting, he did too, So it depended.
Yeah, so for me, my situation is a little bit different. I didn't have a significant other when I was using, but I was being sex trafficked. I'm a product of being humanly trafficked. So for that sense, no, he didn't keep them away from me. He encouraged me to use them and that kind of stuff. But as far as my family, they knew. Because who sits in the makeup, or who sits in the mirror and does their makeup for 4 hours and then goes outside in the dark and vacuums their yard? Like, my family definitely knew.
Yeah, I think we like to think that we can hide it well, but the day I decided to get sober, my daughter told me, like, you can't hide this anymore. And that was it. That's all it took. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I can tell you, I knew that I was fucking up, but see, my thing was, you guys, I was looking at myself as I'm a worker. And one thing that I would work my ass off. Since the age of 14, I kept a job. I was always athletic. I was on the varsity football team, varsity basketball team, AAU team, and pretty much I was like the guy that the girls love to come to. So I kind of, it was like the point I'm trying to say is when I can go back to what Jessica was saying when she said something about her daughter. When I seen it was one night when my daughter came in the house, and I was on the couch, and y'all know that I didn't start using cocaine until late in my 30s. I was always a drinker, and I was always one of those drinkers that would get drunk, don't harm nobody, have his clothes on or go out. But I would be like, I'm the one that be like, take me home. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to sleep type. I wasn't no angry person, none of that. But when my daughter had came in the house, and I seen the look on her face like, here we go again. And she didn't even know that I seen it. The next morning, they had went to school, and I called in from work. I looked on my phone, and I looked up rehab. And as I was typing rehab, I just started crying. Because at that moment, I knew, like, I don't want her to just see this for the rest of her life, to know dad is this, and daddy can support us. Daddy go to work. But in the back of her mind, if something happened to me today, she would be like, I love my daddy, but he was a drunk. Yeah. And I didn't want her to forever, think of me in that way. So my whole decision to turn my life around, that right there, when I seen my daughter look on my face, that was one of the most pivotal points of my life. That was one of the most times where I had to look at myself. I had to look at myself then like, okay, I'm not even finna do it for her, not my kids. Yeah. Today, I'm finna call up there and tell them what I'm going through. So, that at some point of time, I don't care where we're going through, I think we all must have to just take a look in the mirror sometimes. So, yeah,
Lucy, I'm out there too.
Yeah. You say it again, Miss Jennifer?
Can I put something out there?
Yes, go ahead.
I want to say this. Sometimes I look at Facebook, and hopefully somebody will see this. We get clean, we get sober, and we tend to say this, oh, I would never listen to this kind of music. Oh, I would never be like this person. I want to say we all was once there before. All was once there before. We got to quit put other people down. Oh, I won't do this. Remember, you was once there too. Everybody was once there. Everybody was doing stuff that had to be. You know what I'm saying? And God calls us all out, and I just we got to stop looking at what people are doing or what type of music they're playing. Hey,
I'm also piggyback on what you said, because earlier when we talked about, do we compare ourselves to other people? I used to. Y'all know, I don't know if any of y'all do this too. Y'all may be. I think probably a lot of people probably do this shit. But when you're on Facebook and you see some of your old classmates, and you see some of them showing pictures of houses and big cars, and you see them doing just awesomely good, you just feel it kind of brings you down, because sometimes you look at yourself and be like, damn, you know what I mean? So that's one of the things I didn't used to stress about. But you can be going through your feed and see some of your friends doing so good, and they posting houses and big old cars, and you looking at the fact that you sitting over there drunk as fuck and you can't go to work. Sometimes social media add a lot of pressure. I don't care if you grown or you young. Yeah, what y'all think about that? Yeah.
I mean, it does boost it, but I have learned they may have all this stuff, but are they happy?
You're
I'm
right.
happy.
That's what I had to look at myself. Yep. You're right.
I have my ups and downs. I have my lows. But I know I'm taken care of. I have to work my butt off to get what I want. Clean other people's houses sometimes. Can't even clean my own because I'm too tired from cleaning. But I'm okay with that, making somebody else happy. I don't look at people no more, of how they do. And hey, I just pray for them people. God, are they happy? Are they living right? Are they doing right? That's the main thing. So, I just love people where they're at. I just love to love people. And I can't stand for people just to, we all been somewhere in our life. We all been somewhere in our life. I just can't, I don't like it when somebody else focus, like they ain't never been nowhere. The Bible said we all got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. You can't look at the other person and say this because, hey, we was once in their shoes. We was once listening to that music, so don't do that. I don't like it when people do that because the same way God brought you out, the Bible says also, be careful that you don't fall. You got to keep yourself humble. And that's what I try to do. I try to keep myself humble and be okay with what God has done for me and what I got. I got a home. My son, okay, he got a job, taking care of his family. So that's enough. That's blessings for me. But I never want to be able to look at somebody else and say, oh, I don't want to be like that person. I don't want to do it. I don't never want to be that way. Never want to be that way. Because I know God brought me out of life for prostitution, drugs, you name it, everything. And who am I?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. I also got a question. What would y'all guys do? Don't mean to cut you off, Miss Jennifer. What would you guys do? Yeah, we're just having an open talk. I'm just rambling myself. And if anytime y'all have something to say, y'all can just say it. It's open panel. What would be the discussion that you would have? Because I have two older kids, a young teenage boy, and my young teenage daughter, and I have two young ones. But I don't know exactly. Well, I do probably know. What would be the conversation you would have with one of your kids if they walked in high or drunk? I would be more compassionate. I would be more compassionate with them because I know how it is. My daddy died when I was 10 years old. So my mom had to take over. My mom, she held it down. I mean, I didn't have to want for nothing. But as being a woman, it's only so much she can do when you're growing up and trying to be a young man.
Yeah.
Mama, these days, with the feminists, I can't get into that unless y'all want to get into that. The women are the men these days, if you know what I'm trying to say. But the women have a lot of power, and it's rightfully so. Because a lot of times the women, they are really putting in the work. Because there's a lot of men out here that ain't even, what we say, doing what they're supposed to be doing to man up and lead the household. You know what I mean? So, I would probably be more compassionate, but I would let them know. I would be stern at the same time by saying, look, now, this is a real dark road you're going on. And don't nothing good come from out of this. Yeah, you have your time of enjoyment. You go get drunk and fall out and have some good times with this shit. But at the end of the day, is that what you want for the rest of your life? So, we got a lot of people in here. Okay, appreciate that.
So for me, I feel like there's a fine line between compassion and babying.
Right.
And it never worked for me. My family, they were very hard on me from start to even now. They're super hard on me. And I've been in treatment centers where the family has been overly like, oh, we'll do this for you. It's fine. We'll pay this. You'll get this. You'll do that. All of that. And I see them reusing. Yeah. I see them going a little bit and then stopping and reusing. And to me, like that never worked for me. The hard, like when my brother came to my home and opened my door and found a needle sticking out of my arm, he wasn't nice to me. He wasn't compassionate. He was, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And, you know, when I reused, he completely jumped out of my life. He was like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. And until you get sick of it too, I can't be around you. And he is like my everything. And that, like, people walking out of my life that I really, really loved, that's the only thing that really, like, whipped me into shape. And I'm grateful that no one, like, babied my recovery. Nobody paid my bills, you know. I had the fancy car, and I had the big house, and I had money. But I was a dope head.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
I think
Now I have very little, and I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I love the way you said that.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. You're
I
right.
think with my girls, because I come from a line of alcoholics, it's generational. My dad died on a motorcycle because of alcohol. And, you know, for me, I've always been honest with them. They've always seen me either. See, here's the thing. I didn't drink until my mid-30s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I went through a divorce, and I just kind of disintegrated for a minute. And it got worse during the pandemic and shut down and all that, and I just became dependent. But for my girls, I taught them, I've always been honest with them. Like, look, this is what happens if. There's always a consequence if you do this. It could be good or bad consequence, but there's always a consequence. And so for them, I have had one of my girls come home drunk. She was an adult. She was over 21. She came home and she wasn't afraid to call us. She called her boyfriend to go get her because she didn't want to disappoint us, because she knew better, right? But it doesn't mean that our kids aren't going to make mistakes. It doesn't mean that they're not going to follow that. It is generational. It is in our blood, unfortunately. But like Miss Jennifer said, it is a choice. And when you become old enough to make a conscious decision, my other girl, both my girls, we're blended. We have 2 and 2, my husband and I. And they know what the consequences are, right? So when she came home, she went right to bed. And honestly, I don't even know if we talked about it. We just kind of said, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that again. And by God, she has not done that again. So sometimes they have to learn their lesson on their own. But if you're honest with them and tell them this is what will happen, we're not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to baby you. Like you said, Jennifer, like, look, I'm not going to hold your hand through your recovery. That's your choice, because you're right. A lot of people who get enabled through their recovery don't recover. In fact, they even get worse. And it's hard to see people go down the wrong path, but sometimes they have to in order. I know no one could tell me get sober. I didn't have a problem, right? So I had to get sober on my own and with support. But you make that commitment, and I don't know. You know the consequences. You make the commitment. You move forward. That's it.
Yeah. Righteous Monkey, I salute you for coming here in the chat room. And I really appreciate your chats, man. Continue, and continue to rock out with us. If you're on Twitch, I'm also streaming on my Twitch live platform, and I'm also on YouTube. And if y'all, for those that are on YouTube right now, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. When you do that, let YouTube know that our videos are important, and they keep our videos in rotation. And I know that everybody will love, because we starting a new sector over here, so that's what we're doing. That is what we're doing today.
And you know what, Boo? I got something to say.
Go ahead.
You know, I just walk this thing out in front of my son. That's all I do. Mm-hmm. And I text him every day. Say, son, I love you and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for taking care of your son. I'm proud of you for holding down a job. But for me, I had to walk it out because my son seen me pop pills. He seen me smoke crack. He seen me high. And when he turned 18, big birthday party, he said, Mama, he said, I'm not into all that. He was getting fixed up and ready to go somewhere. He said, Mama, and I tried to talk to him. And the first thing he said, Mom, I learned from you. I learned from you. Right. So, but I don't try. I pray for my son. I don't tell my son. I just walk this thing out. Because it's all about walking it out. Because trust me, he's watching. Every day he texts me, Mama, you all right? because he know I'm by myself. You okay? What you doing? It's a require walking it out. Just let him be you free.
I
And
had
that's
that
all I
moment.
do.
I had that moment yesterday. I have the older girls are 23 and 19, and
Mhm.
I was having a hard day. There was family emotional stuff going on. And you know what? I was getting down on myself thinking, what have I done? Just feeling a little bit like a pity, right? And then my 23-year-old came home from wedding venue shopping. She's just engaged now. And she wanted to share her day with me and my husband, of course. And then my 19-year-old is out at summer camp right now. She's a counselor for junior high girls at a Christian camp. She called me at night just to talk to me. I'm going to get emotional right now, but I thought I must have done something right. In all that, I must have done something right. And Miss Jennifer, you said it, like they're watching you. They're watching us, and they're watching us heal and grow as well as fail. And that teaches them you don't have to be perfect. You can make mistakes and still be redeemed. And that's what we're in right now.
Yeah. And I'm glad you also said that, Jessica, because you can actually see the difference on their face now. At first, you know, when dad said something, go clean the room, I need y'all to wash the dishes, take the trash out. They did it, but they also know that daddy was probably slurring his speech. He was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it was like, whatever. But I can see the change now because when I'm getting up, it's more respect. They respect daddy, but they respect what he's doing. And they understand it. They like, he's really doing this. He's really going to school. He really made the dean's list. He's really got his foot on this, you know.
Yeah.
And they see me going to the bank, opening up business accounts. My Sober Media LLC, getting reinstated through the state of Arkansas. I'm trying to start this halfway house here in Arkansas. They really see what I am trying to do. And what they don't understand is, I ain't telling them this. I'm doing this all for them.
Yeah.
You know, in the long run, my youngest right now is finna be 1 next month. So I'm looking at it like my 2 oldest, they know how kind of daddy journey was. My 8-year-old son, he knew a little bit. He still say he remembers some of the days of me coming in that drunk, but I think he just be talking. But he probably do. He probably do. But because you know, kids do remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, my youngest Kingston, you know, I'm doing it for them, you guys. Do I have any thoughts about ever doing anything? When I first started, I used to have like relapse nightmares. Do y'all?
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
I had one so bad that I was in Swiss. Yeah, we can start on that, y'all. What do y'all relapse dreams be like? 'Cause mine's be vivid.
Too real. Mine are too real.
Yeah.
Like I've had nightmares where I've woken up and like checked my whole house, like thought I had stuff, checked my arms to make sure I didn't really just inject. Like it's been real. Like I've called, it was a couple years ago, I was dating someone and I called him at like 3 a.m. and he's like, I heard you awake. I said, man, I think I just used. He said, no, you didn't.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I did. And I'm looking all over the place and they're too real. And they always happen for me like anniversaries. Like my sober anniversaries are hard.
Right. I remember when I used to have them dreams, there used to be sweats. I remember I used to wake up and thought I damn near pissed on myself. To be honest with y'all, look, no cap. No, it's honestly real because I would have a dream that I'm using. But in my dream, I was seeing. This is how I know God is real, y'all. When I first got saved, I'm talking about I'm 34 years old, and I was born into the church, but I don't never really think that I was baptized and things of that nature. But when I first got saved, and I was going to Bible studies on Wednesday with the kids and my wife, we were going to Bible study, and when they call you down, when you feel when they want to save someone, and I felt it. You know what I mean? I felt it, y'all. And it wasn't nobody, no added pressure or nothing. I just got up and I went down and I got on my knees, and they saved me that day. The next night, no joking, you guys, I think I almost had a heart attack. I was asleep, right? And I know this was something evil. I had a dream that it was a man, all black, I couldn't see no face. His eyes was red.
That's the devil right there.
And he was telling me, I want you back. I want you back.
Oh gosh.
I want you back. And the whole time I'm holding his arms, he holding my arm. And the whole time I'm saying, God is good. God is good. God is good. And every time I said God is good, he bagged up. And every time I said God was good, he bagged up some more till he just disappeared. And I'm like, people can say all they want to about higher power and who they believe in, and everybody has their own choice. Some people think that it's an energy or whatever the case may be. But in my opinion and what I have known, I know there is a God, because why is the world trying to hide something so much? They trying to, you get what I'm saying? But I knew that it was so real because basically I was the entity, I'm gonna just say Satan, wanted me back. He seen me trying to, get out of that lifestyle, and he was like, "Hold on, buddy, I done had you for a little bit too long. I need you to come back over here with me real quick." So them nightmares and they can get deep, y'all. They can get deep.
Yeah,
I never had dreams. I always experienced in real life. I never had. It always came to me in real life, standing in my face in pure, fresh, fleshly form. And I believe if I wasn't so rooted and grounded in the word, ain't no telling what would have happened, But we rooted and grounded in the word of God and stand on what the word of God says, you're going to call them back. Because you got the books. What we talked about a year ago, about the card, I had to make a decision, even though it was from my doctor. It still wasn't right because I'm a minister to help a lot of women, help men also get into rehab. Even though it was for my physical health, I knew it wasn't right for me. So I had to, trust God for my healing and for my, rheumatoid arthritis, knowing that He gonna heal me. So it was a hard decision, but didn't go there because I know me.
I got a few questions for everybody. What are some good things that you are grateful for and why? Like right now, and I'm gonna start with I'm gonna call Jennifer Holland. I'm gonna call you Jennifer H. We got two Jennifers over here. So I'm gonna start off with Jennifer H. What are you most grateful for and why?
I'm grateful for my strong. Sometimes you think you're weak until you face stuff, and then you absolutely know that you're really strong.
Ms. Jennifer, you're breaking up real bad.
I said I'm grateful for my strength. Being strong
Yes, absolutely. Okay, Jennifer, your turn.
I think I'm most grateful for everything I went through. All of my, not just my ups. I'm definitely grateful for my ups, but I'm grateful for my downs because it changed me into a person that I've always wanted to be. I was never happy my entire life. I was always seeking something, but I don't do that anymore.
Absolutely. Okay, Miss Jessica, you still there with us, baby girl?
All right, let's see. Most grateful for people who didn't give up on me and who
Right.
saw me for who I really was. My husband specifically, I can't praise him enough. He always told me, like, this isn't you, and I never believed it. And I come from just a lot of trauma growing up and stuff, and so I believed what Satan was telling me who I was. I was this good for nothing, whatever. And I believed it, and I kept self-sabotaging. And through my recovery, I'm believing who God says I am, and He's using my husband to encourage me and my girls. I'm grateful for forgiveness and grace. Yeah, my life is good right now.
We got a welcome to the show. We got a new the person just hit the link. I would love to welcome you to the show. I am Mr. Show Out TV. I'm the host. I'm the owner of the Sober Gang Experience YouTube channel. This is my channel where we try to inspire and motivate people in addiction. And we and my people, these are all my interview people. These are my people. This is our own section of addiction. So if you're tuning in right now, I would love for you to show respect to all the women on this panel, and keep your comments, cordial as well, because I can't ban you off this thing. And then so we are. Hey, this is a new sector, and I would love for you to also come back and make sure you add and bring other people to the channel as well. So we're gonna start doing this every Tuesday at 1:00. This could be a good time. This will be a good time for everybody to get up and get ready. So introduce yourself, man. What's up?
What's up, man? Just wanted to make sure my audio is good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you perfect.
All right, cool. Yeah, man, my name's Daniel, and I got 4 years, 6 months off of opiates.
Nice.
And yeah, I guess to answer you guys, well, actually, yeah, I'm out at Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
And I started my channel probably I opened it last November, but started recording I think in January. So I've been trying to do a little bit of YouTube myself. But to answer the last question that you asked, what I'm most grateful for, I would have to say that after all the years, running and gunning, I'm just grateful for the fact that I decided to give myself a chance, this one last time, and went to rehab for 4 months and knocked it out of the park, man. So I'm just taking it day by day, really. But yeah, man, it's good to be on the show.
Yeah, man, welcome, and I would love for you to always come back, man. Right after this, I'm gonna have my link. I think I'm gonna put in the description box. I'm gonna have my link, and where I can contact you on Facebook and things like that. Cause I have a recovery private group, a Facebook group that I also have, man, and I have all my ladies. The ladies here, they be on there. So whenever I go live, we can communicate with that as well. And I'm so glad. I'm glad you came in, man. And you can stick around. We're gonna do some talking today. Anybody have anything they want to like to ask? I'm on the back end. I'm trying to do some things back here. Y'all can just go for free at it. Okay. Since y'all want to be shy, I got one for y'all, because y'all know I come with. I'm stay ready. Is there anyone in your life you struggling to forgive and why?
Oh, stop.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah. I'm coming with it. Is there
Yeah,
anybody in
Instagram.
y'all life that you are struggling to forgive, and why? And I'm gonna start with Jennifer first. Go ahead, Jennifer. I know you ready for this one.
Well, for me, forgiveness means a lot of things, and also for me, not everyone deserves it. However, I think you have to forgive yourself as well. As I stated previously, I am a product of being humanly trafficked, and to forgive that man, I don't think it'll ever happen. But like I said, I'm grateful. I don't know that I'm grateful what happened, but I'm grateful that I came out of it as strong as I did, and that I don't know, maybe he's watching this and while he's enjoying life in prison. You know, I just, yeah.
All right.
He's a tough one.
Yeah. What you think about that one, Jason? Is there anybody that you having a hard time forgiving, man, and why?
Who's it? Me?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Oh, I think you said Jason. My bad. I'd say, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with my dad for like multiple reasons, but like I really, it's kind of hard to do that, you know, because I take the blame for all my actions, but I didn't start using like around the time my parents went through a divorce, and that whole situation, and I was 25 at the time, so I really didn't do any crazy partying, you know, until 25. And then once I got on opiates, everything, you know, just started to crumble. But I think that divorce like disrupted the whole family, and I was an only child, still am an only child. And yeah, man, you know, also it's kind of hard to forgive myself too, because I didn't do the right things. You know, I didn't utilize any resources, you know what I mean? I didn't reach out, you know, instead I took the selfish route. I decided to self-medicate, try Vicodin for the first time, went straight to the moon, was in constant euphoria ever since. Did that for 2 years, and then went up, got hooked on the H. So, but yeah, man, as I stated in the comments, you know, I try and utilize all of that as motivation because I can't go back, you know? It's I don't like dwelling on things, so like I'm not gonna even trip on it, you know, because I'm not going back. I can't, you know. So all I have is control right now, and day by day, man. You know.
How you doing? You're doing awesome, man. I'm glad you found us. Like I said, this is a new sector. I'm creating a family of sober warriors. This is. Hey, this is our sector now. Hey, well, we go own this shit. This is our sector. I want to start doing this more often. I had the vision in mind. Miss Jen, I'm finna let you go. I had this vision in mind because, of course, I would love to get you your information too as well, man, on the back end. So before you leave, I would love to talk to you. I would love to schedule an interview because I do the interviews as well. But this is the section where I want to have this sector where we can just come and just talk. It ain't gotta be. If anybody's just going through some stuff bad, you ain't gotta be going through nothing. You can just be like, I want to talk about my accomplishments because I don't want this to be a Debbie Downer at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to also highlight the good parts. You know what I mean? I want to highlight the good parts and everything like that. So I think Miss Jennifer Click. I think she probably had to go. But yeah, man, welcome to the show, man. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't, I see a couple members, my membership plan. Thank all my members that are watching right now, the ones that got the membership. You can also become a member of my show by clicking the join button. For all y'all that don't know, you can, purchase a membership plan as well to, support the channel. That is what we're trying to do. You can always cash out or just a super chat. If y'all paying attention, y'all will probably start learning the ins and outs. Cause I'm still trying to figure this stuff out, y'all. So that's why I be watching like other people channels, and I be seeing what they, how they be doing it and things like that. But creating this open panel, that's what I want to do. So I got some more questions, you guys, man.
So where are you guys from?
I mean, really, if y'all would love to say it, you don't have to. You know, it's some weirdos on YouTube, man. I noticed that myself, so I'm gonna try to keep my people safe and things like that, man. So
I'm just gonna say north.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
Cold.
Yeah, from their safety.
Yeah,
I be watching some other YouTubers, man, and there's some real weirdos out there, man.
Yeah.
But how old are you, man? I would like to say how old are you? You look like you're fairly what? You're in your mid-30s, early 30s?
42, bro.
Oh man, say hey, you looking nice, brother, man. Keep it up, man.
Thank you, bro.
So you saying opioids was your thing, huh?
What's that?
You said opioids was your thing? Your drug of choice?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't. I when I turned 18, started smoking weed, but I really didn't start going overboard until I was 25. That's when the opiates came in.
Okay. Yeah, I got some more questions, y'all. What's up? Go ahead. You can talk. Go ahead, Miss Jennifer. Miss Jennifer H., did you have something to say earlier?
Boosie, I gotta go. I'm at work, so
Okay.
I will see y'all next week.
Okay, fine. At 1 o'clock.
Bye. Nice meeting y'all.
Thanks,
1 o'clock. And I'm from
Bye,
Marvel, everybody. Looks. All right, bye-bye.
Bye, girl. Hey, Jennifer is so nice, man. Ever since I started this journey, y'all, she has been right there in the corner, man. I think she is a very, very special woman, and she got a big heart. That's what I love about her, man. And I love her energy and her heart, man. What are some things that you are actively doing to stop you from the temptations? Y'all got anything? What are y'all actively doing right now? A lot of us, like me, I work. I know a lot of us work and things like that. Being a mom, being a dad. But is there anything that, because you never know, it might be somebody out there that don't know any of us. That's probably just,
So I actively go to meetings and I actively host meetings. And I have kind of a new gig. My first day is Saturday. I'm actually going to be doing meetings at our county jail.
Awesome.
Wow.
Which is, with my background, it's really going to be hard for me, I think, to sit and, I don't know, just kind of talk to people that I've either seen or, being trafficked. I don't know everyone in the, I don't know their people, their whatever. So it makes me really kind of on edge about it, but I was chosen for a reason, so I have to do it. It's just something that I have to do for myself.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be easy.
You got it. You got it. Jessica?
Yeah. I am proactive about where I go and what I do. And if I'm invited to a party and I know it's going to be, I'm 42 also, I'm an old lady, but if I'm invited somewhere and I know they're going to be drinking, I always have my own drink in my hand so I'm not tempted, right? So I bring an iced tea in my own cup or something like that. So I know I have a very small circle of friends and they all support me, but there's always that one chance I'm going to give in, you know? So I'm very cautious. I try to stay away from areas. I'm also a bartender on the side, which makes no sense. But when I'm there, I make sure that I don't bartend like at a bar. I do special events, but I make sure that I have my own things handy to put in my mouth. You know, it's that fixation really. So it's whatever I can do to keep myself under control.
That's awesome.
So
go ahead. You go ahead.
Man, for myself, this question was really important for me. You know, my first year in rehab, I was in rehab for 4 months, and while there, I got certified as a recovery support specialist. So they let me leave the rehab to take a course at the University of Arizona. Did that for a month, and I got my certification. So after that, about a month after rehab, I got a job as a life coach at a treatment center. Did that for a year and a half. So that kept me busy, you know. The accountability was there. You know, I had to not only look to, you know, to be on point for myself, but I had to be there for these kids that were in the treatment center. The age group was, it was like 15 to 25, you know, so they were young. And to work there, you had to be at least a year clean or sober. Sure. And I only had at that time 5 months. So I spoke with the director of the place, and he's like, "We'll just give you a chance, man. If it becomes too overwhelming, then you know, we could do what we got to do at that point." So just the accountability at that point, I went to meetings and all that. So just staying busy, you know, filled my entire day up. And then eventually I started my own business reselling clothing on eBay. So that's what I'm doing today. Yeah. And that's just staying busy, bro. Just and sharing my story, just meeting other people, you know, just meeting other people, man, talking it out.
So yeah, we would love to have you, man, as being a part of this sector, man. I would love for you to continue to join us, man. And like I said, before everything's said and done after the show, man, I would love to get with you and get some information from you. And I would love to have you do an interview. I would love to interview you, man, and have the interview up. We can probably I'll talk to you about the details, you know, afterwards. But that's what we do, man. We dedicated Miss Jessica, Jennifer, the other Jennifer H. I have so many people, man, and recovery advocates. I just did an interview with an ex-Marine and MMA fighter, Tim Lodgen. He has over 100,000 followers on Instagram, and I interviewed him, and we reaching people daily, man. And like I said, I noticed, you guys, that it's a lot of sectors out there. It's very entertaining. It be sectors, y'all, that have me laughing all night. These people are creative, but one thing they do is they're kind of weird, like I said, man. And I want to have our own sector where we can learn each other, know each other, and we can come over here and just support each other, man. Each week. Like today, we never knew that you was gonna pop up. You know, yeah, we never knew. But you know, one thing I did do though, I made sure that I added the link in the description box. So anybody out there that's watching right now, if they watching and they want to hit that link, hey, I'm gonna let them come up, but I'm also let them know that, hey, I'm very about my people here, man, and you know, I'm gonna try to protect them at all costs. So them the ones who have been rocking with me since day one. They watched the growth, you know. So we're gonna continue to rock out, and we welcome you, man. I'm so glad that you tuned in, man. It's a blessing, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Okay.
All right, y'all. I'm probably gonna have to step out, but it's good to see you again, and thanks for having me. And we'll be in touch, okay?
Thank you. I'll be in touch with you.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's down to the three amigos.
Me in here.
Yeah. You know, this addiction shit, man. It is what it is, man. You know, one thing about it, I know out of 2 years, I have not try anything. And you know, I've been so damn focused lately. I really don't be. I can drive past the motherfucking stores and just keep. I don't have. My energy is totally elsewhere. You know what I mean? I got my podcast. I got my clothing line. I got my business that I'm running. I'm trying to start this website. So I constantly, I probably add too much on my plate, and constantly, you know, I'm going to college, I'm making the dean's list, trying to get this master's in drug and alcohol counseling. But I think that's one of my vices too, man. And talking to you guys, y'all keep me afloat. Y'all keep me afloat. I know.
So I got a question for you guys.
Me and sober as fuck. We always message each other. I mean, we
all the
time. Hey, it be times where I just be bored and I just message you like, shit. Let me go hit my girl up real quick. But yeah, you had anything you want to say, man?
So how far in your sobriety are you guys?
I'm 2 years.
2 years? Okay. And what was
I have almost 4.
4? Okay. And what's your name again?
Jen
or Jim?
Jennifer.
Yeah, okay, cool. So at this point in your recovery, what is something that you're struggling the most with at this point in time?
At this very moment, it's people in my life reusing. I have made such a strong boundary for myself in my recovery this time around that, you know, my people know that if you reuse one time, you've reused and you got to get your shit together and whatever. But if someone is actively using in my life, they know that they can't use me. They can't come to my house. They can't, you know, I've searched people's pockets before they've came into my home. It's my safe spot, and I can't allow people to be using anything around me. And that's really hard for me because loved ones are loved ones, and whether it's blood or not, it's tough. But I just can't. It's not something that I can ever do. If you're choosing to reuse, then you're choosing to not have me in your life, and that is what it is.
Yeah, I'm glad that you set them boundaries like that, because
I had to.
Because if you don't, people will step over.
You have to change your people, places, and things, because you will not stay in recovery if you don't. You absolutely will not.
Because it'll be people, if you don't set those boundaries, there will be people. And I've seen this for myself. And I'm so glad that I got like some homeboys that they ain't going for that shit. I could be at a party, and if you try to pass me a beer, that damn nigga gonna fight you. If you try to pass me a beer and knock that beer out your hand, what the hell you doing? He don't fuck with that shit no more. See, I got some people like that they down. They do not play when it comes to.
And I feel like if all of your friends in your circle aren't like that, they don't need to be in your circle.
Exactly. So that's what I seen. I knew that then, because if you don't set those boundaries, it will be somebody to come up to you with a plate of cocaine and be like, "You want a bump?" And that there, man, if you will look around and be like, "Shit, fuck it," you know what I mean? If you're not strong-minded in this recovery shit, man, them temptations will eat you alive and spit you the fuck out.
I even recently had a family member, so I thought this was like a safe house to go to, whatever, you know, stop by, say hi, whatever. And I said, "Hey, can I use your bathroom?" Family member, blood. And she goes, "Yeah, you can. Hey, there's something on the vanity for you when you get in there if you're interested."
Wow.
I thought she meant like hair products or girly shit or something, right? She didn't. She meant dope spread out on a mirror. Like, I looked at her and I just said, "Are you fucking crazy?
Wow.
You're you're my family. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Sometimes them be the ones.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here right
Yeah.
now.
Sometimes their family. Sometimes them be the ones that be so hard to cut off. But sometimes you have to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In this
Sometimes you
recovery, I have clipped motherfuckers like coupons.
Have to, man.
I've had to.
I think I'm
The
gonna give
only
you
thing that's kept me 3.5 years clean.
right. Yeah,
You're
it's,
either on the journey or you not. So
that's what I say. If you ain't on the team, you ain't on the team, man. That's
Yeah.
how I look at it right now. After 2 years and everybody seeing what I'm doing, especially I didn't have no idea that this YouTube channel. This is my second YouTube channel.
mhm.
This is my baby right here. This is the one I'm passionate about, and this is the one I'm monetized on. But my second one is more entertainment and things like that. And I just need probably 170 more subscribers to have that one monetized. And that one is moving a lot faster because, with this addiction channel, I'm thinking now I found the right formula. Creating this sector and doing my interviews at the same time, that might work. But with the entertainment, I do, blogs, a reaction to every viral moment, entertainment, sports, whatever is going on in the world. I do a video on that. And everybody is more prone to click those videos anyways than a video of me doing an interview with Addiction 2.
That's
by
because
relapse.
they're safe and people are really, really scared to be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I seen that my dude them discussion channel has over 200,000 views in just 6 months. This
Wow.
channel right here has 80,000. And you see the difference between the entertainment and this one. But this one is I'm passionate about this one. I know I can do a 7-minute video on my other channel and get 5-10. I went viral the other day with almost 30,000 views in 1 hour.
Right, but how many people are you actually helping like you are on this channel?
None. That's why I say that's why I'm gonna give you a moderator stick. A moderator stick is something I'm gonna explain it to you. You're gonna be one of my mods.
Oh Lord.
You're gonna have control over some back end stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna give you some control of kicking motherfuckers out the chat.
Oh,
If
I
they-
like that.
If they ain't acting right in the chat room, I'm gonna tell them moderators kick them out. Get rid of them.
Coupons, baby.
Yeah, so we creating a sector, man, and I'm so glad, brother. What was your name again?
Daniel.
Daniel. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry for calling you Jason. I had some
Okay.
comments from Jason in the comment box, and I thought that was you. But yeah, Daniel. Thank you, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. And this is our first live. Jessica, you see that? I told you this shit would go work out.
Nah.
You always got my back, man. Me and you, like, you got my back. You got my back. You gonna hold me down. Like I said, I'm gonna figure out this moderator thing, because I'm surely I see that we got Daniel in here today. Jessica, if we continue to do this, we're gonna have our own sector. This is what we're doing. And also, man, I'm gonna start letting people, since I'm monetized, to promote their business. If they got a small business and they want to promote their business on my platform, I'm doing that free of charge. I'm not trying to charge nobody. The only thing I ask in return, man, is you can cash out me every now and then to support the channel, and half of the cash outs go for me to get more equipment. Anything that I need to do for this channel. It's a lot of things that I purchase on my own, and that's what I got to do. That's my channel. But if you want to support the channel in any way, I always got my cash out floating around somewhere on my channel. You can always super chat, or your best bet, you can just like a video and subscribe, man. That's always a plus.
Boosie, did you drop your recovery clothing?
Yeah, it's on my line.
On here?
I got, you can check it out. My
Okay.
store is open. YouTube finally accepted my store,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go buy my recovery merch. Also, I have my second channel. I have that merchandise on there as well. T-shirts. I got hoodies. The Sober Gang Experience. That is trademark. That cost me almost $1,000 at the beginning of the year to get that trademarked under my name. You can go look that up right now. It's under my name, Sober Gang Experience. The logo is mine. So everything that I'm trying to do in the Sober Media LLC, I finally made a logo to that. I think I'm gonna leave it just as it is because it's gonna be something simple. And I'm trying to get me a building together. And what I would love to start doing, everybody, as we build and as we grow and as we continue to add value to people's life each and every day, I want to start creating some meetups. So where we can meet up in certain cities and actually, connect with there as well, especially with all us trying to do businesses. We can rub shoulders. We can bounce ideas off each other's heads, man. That's what I mean about creating a sector. You feel me, Jessica? And Daniel, that's what I really mean about doing this. I'm not using this platform as other people use it as just to talk and downgrade something. No, man, this sector can be a sector where people can actually elevate, man, actually add value to somebody's life each and every day we go live, man. It's very, very important to me. So as we grow as people and as we grow as this channel, we will start expanding. Like I said, man, I'm starting my businesses, and I bet you guys probably know some stuff that I do not know. You know what I mean? So it's good to always bounce ideas off other people's heads, man. I'm starting mine right now. I know that you guys can probably tell me some shit. Like, nah, man, you should do it this way, or I got an idea about, your building. You want to set you up a building and things like that. So, also, Miss Jen, yeah. Since you my mod, I got something to tell you.
Oh, what?
Okay. With my halfway house, and I know that you're a registered nurse.
Mm-hmm.
With the bank, they offer me $100,000. I can go get there like right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not trying to get there right now. I'm trying to continue to build up my credit because I do not want to go into business already loaning money. But I already know a lot of people say you can. That's how you start, but that ain't how I want to start. But I got an idea of what I want to do. I'm not going to discuss too much of it right now. But I'm gonna need like a certified nurse there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling you to move or anything like that. But when I
well, that's sure what it sounds like to me.
No. What I'm saying is when I come with the proposal to the bank, I'm probably gonna need you there. Cause they gonna want to know, do I have like a doctor? I'm just saying you can nay or yay or yay, or you could just leave.
Well, I feel like halfway house is here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like your best bet is to really go to the county that you're in and like get a grant, because there's grants all over the place for sober housing and for halfway housing and all chances of you actually having to spend your own money probably slim to zero.
That was somebody else told me. They were like, the only thing you would probably make sure you need is somebody like a nurse, because they gonna want to be I'm glad you said we're gonna talk about it also, because I see you. But he was telling me, this one man was telling me, he was like, and when you go with the proposal, you just make sure you let the banks know that you go have, I could probably find some registered nurses around my area, and they go be distributing the meds to the people there. They want to know that all that gonna be on the up and up, and how to do all that right. So. That's what I got in mind, you guys. Any questions, concerns before we get up out of here right now?
Should I hit you up on Instagram or what, Facebook?
Yeah, let me get that. Okay, I'm finna show you my Facebook, and I got this $1,000 camera, so it better work right. This camera called me. I put this on my insurance. I'm not playing Jessica. $1,200 for this damn streaming camera.
Mm-mm.
I mean, this is what I do. So,
which one'd you get?
The Sony ZV-E10.
Okay, I haven't heard that one.
Can you see that?
Yeah. No, it's kind of out of focus. Maybe
Man, can't nobody see that?
nah.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is what I would do.
Maybe drop it in the comments, or
Yeah.
I could search for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that now. Just 1 minute.
So I just checked my phone, you guys, and it's really cool. My LADC from treatment is actually watching.
Wow.
That means
Look, y'all. Make sure y'all like the video. This will go keep this thing rolling. It's very important. A lot of people that is not used to YouTube don't know how much of importance it is for hitting the like button. Because without hitting the like button, YouTube don't know if this it messes with the algorithm, and the algorithm is tricky, y'all. This is search me up on this right here, man. You should see me on Facebook. Type that in.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna copy and paste it real quick.
And you should you go down the list, you'll see me.
You spell TP2K?
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Send me a message. I'm gonna take this off. Send me a message real quick, because after that, me and you gonna discuss. I'm gonna set you up for an interview, man, and things of that nature. We should get the ball rolling. We can schedule that tomorrow if you're not busy or whatnot. But yeah, send me a friend request. Yeah, so we gonna get on that. Miss Jessica, is anything you wanna promote? Anything, your business? Anything that you're doing for the rest of the week?
Jennifer? Is that who you meant?
Yeah. You know, I get to talk when I get to rambling.
I know. No, not really.
It was 3 J's on here. That's why y'all got me messed up in the head. Jessica and 2 Jennifers. But yeah, do you have anything that you would like to promote or let some people know what's coming up?
Geez, in our area, there's really not much coming up except for our recovery walk in September.
Okay, yeah, you can promote that. You can let a lot of people know if you don't want to. You don't have to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, Daniel, man, I'm finna talk to you on the back end as well, man. Thank you for tuning in.
Of course, man. Nice
yeah, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. That's very, very important as well. I would
randomly found you this morning, man. Just hopping on the tube, scrolling.
That's what I was telling. I was telling Jessica that, because Jennifer, that I knew that having an open panel would be a little bit better than doing the interviews. I'm gonna continue to do my interviews. I love that, but the open panel would just let people just be them. And you know, one thing about it is a lot of people are starting to be like little low, almost celebrities by just being a you can take this however you want to take. A lot of people can make a living off of just being on YouTube, and I'm not saying I'm talking about for people to just get on here and just talk ramble. But I think that we got something special. I think our sector is way different from other people because we actually adding value to people's life. So we got our own sector going. Thank you guys. Thank my best moderator in the world. Tuning in. We gonna cut these people off. You know how we cut them, let them loose. Thank you, baby girl. And I'm gonna chat with you in just a few.
All right, y'all. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Later, guys.
Yeah, Daniel, man. Yeah, I want to get back with you, man. Man, just continue to tap in with me, bro.
Of course.
I'm just
Gotcha.
this channel ain't number 2, almost 2 years, man. Both of my channels, man.
yeah.
I'm doing some great things, man. I'm moving some units, man. And we motivated, and
That's good, man.
yeah. So
That's awesome, man. It's a blessing, dude. The first video I saw was the one this morning. This is how I relapsed. Rihanna Levy.
yeah, that's the lady I was talking about.
Yeah, that's
I
the one
did.
saw this morning.
Should we go check out her other video?
Okay.
I got the first interview with her, where she was she spent 3 years in solitary confinement, man. She had broke out of prison. This woman has been through a lot, man. And when she texted me and she told me she relapsed, I understood, brother.
Yeah.
She takes my phone, and I've been trying to help her the whole time, and she's doing wonderful, man. It's just everybody have a slip in judgment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's common. But yeah, I would love for you to, man, to go through there, man, and check out some of my interviews, see my growth, see how I started from back in, from when I first started, and share some of them, man. Like, and let me know what you think. But on the back end, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna do some few things. But you messaged me. Yeah, I see the message.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back with you because I'm gonna set up your interview pretty soon. All right.
All right. Let's
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, bro. Nice to meet you, man.
You too. There you have it, everybody. You know how we do. Y'all know how we do. This is Mr. Show Out TV, and I'm your host of the Sober Gang Experience podcast, everybody. Oh, that was awesome, man. That was awesome. That was an awesome show today. I must admit, that was an awesome show. Thanks to everybody out there that tuned in with me today, everybody that rocked out with me today. We are adding value to people's life, whether you believe it or not. This is my sector. I'll rain down on this sector. You will not come into my comment section and disrespect any of my people in any form or fashion. We will get rid of you ASAP. Continue to rock out with me. Hey, we creating something special. This is Mr. Show Out. This is Sober Gang Experience podcast. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and hit your notification bell. Turn it on for all videos. Mr. Show Out TV. And like I always do, see y'all on the next one. Yeah.